Hey guys, hope you all have been well. Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I've got a lot of things going on right now. I have my phone, my laptop, my notebook, because I'm going to be going over my current MAC Cosmetics wish list. It's very hard to do an entire wish list video on one particular brand, but since it is pro and there's a lot of products with different formulations, it's not that hard to rack up a few items and share them with you. No, I am not going to be purchasing these products anytime soon, but these are the ones that I have my eye on. So let me log on to MAC Cosmetics, and please forgive me, I'm really sweating. It's so hot. This website is nostalgic for me. I would spend hundreds of dollars on here. I wanted to start with brushes, and not because I want anything in particular, but I am not familiar with a couple of them. And for the most part, I'm referring to the face brushes. I'm looking at these things and I don't know what some of these are. Like a 270 synthetic mini rounded slant brush. I'm guessing that's for concealer. The 137 synthetic long blending brush. Never seen that one. 159 synthetic duo fiber blush brush. When did these come out? Oh, 196 slanted flat top foundation brush. Never heard of that one. What's going on? But since we're on this page, the 170 rounded slant brush. I'm going to be putting photos up here, by the way. This brush is one of my favorite foundation brushes ever. So we're going to start off with lipsticks. Pull out my notebook here because I did take some notes. Okay, so I have on my list the Powder Kiss formula, and the color I chose for this is Over the Taupe, which is a mid-tone dirty nude. By the way, this is a Powder Kiss Velvet Blur Slim Stick lipstick, and the moment I saw this lipstick, it immediately reminded me of the types of lipsticks I used to buy in bulk, like mass quantities. This was the color that I used to love. I did find some new matte lipsticks, and I really like their matte formula because it's not overly drying. If you want a real, like, true dry down, I would go with their retro matte formula. So here we are with the matte lipsticks, and the first one that I have here is in Sweet Deal. This color is described as a mid-tone nudie pink. Do I need this color? Heck no. I rarely ever use true pinks or true purples, just anything with a very apparent, very visible color to it. I like nudes, I like neutrals, I like things in the brown category, but this one was pretty, so I put it in there. And the other one that I had listed is in Down to an Art, and this is described as a peachy nude. I think I much prefer Sweet Deal over Down to an Art, but it is a color that caught my eye. I'm generally not drawn to peachy shades. Blushes, by far, peachy shades and brown neutral shades are my favorite go-tos for blush, but for lipstick, I sort of stay clear of peachy colors, but this one's pretty. So now, one I didn't jot down here, but I know is on the wish list, is the color Teddy 2.0. This is a shade from the regular Powder Kiss line, and this is described as a deep toned beige. And I'm guessing, I have a strong feeling that this shade is an homage, maybe, to the original Velvet Teddy. I feel like that makes sense. Why else would they call it Teddy 2.0? Velvet Teddy is one of their best sellers, so it makes sense that they try and revamp the shade to have consumers come back in and repurchase a new lipstick. But they did catch me. I didn't have it on my list, but I had it in my brain. Okay, so that is it for lipsticks. We're gonna move on to blush. Okay, so I have two shades that I've never owned before. The first one is a mineralized blush, not a formulation that I normally go for, but this one, I must say, I wanted pretty badly, and this is in Humor Me. It is described as a mid-tone beigey nude. Hella, that is exactly what I'm looking for. keeping an eye on you. I really want this blush. Moving on to the Glow Play line, I have the shade That's Peachy. It's described as a light peach, and I would like you guys to share your feedback if you've ever tried this blush. It doesn't look light in the photos, because I'm not even sure about the promo photos with the models. The girl that has my complexion, it looks like nothing on her skin, but it shows up on the darker skin model as like a richer color, so I'm not sure. So that is an easy question mark. I do have some other items that I've previously owned and would consider repurchasing, but I really want to save this video for items that I've never owned before, like new exciting products. And so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna leave the blushes there, but just know there are other blushes on the list. Bum, bum, bum. I like the refill pans, so that's the one I'm gonna go with. First color is Finjan. I have no idea, but it is a mauve brown shade. I have this color already, but it's one of those things where I continue to want them. I'm more than likely not gonna get it, but it is on the wish list, so there we go. Next up, we have Mo Money, Mo Problems. I'm confident I don't have a shade like this. It's a vibrant hunter green. It's not a shade that I would buy individually, and I don't think I have. I'm trying to look at my eyeshadow collection. I don't think I have an eyeshadow palette with this color, so it is something that I would consider purchasing. The only issue is like, how frequently am I going to use this? The answer will probably be not very often. Next up, we have the shade Marsh, and there's no description for there's no description for this shade, and it's interesting because the photo of the pan is nothing like the swatch. It looks like it's got a little bit of a sheen to it, and it's almost like light mossy looking, but if it looks like the swatch, then it is something I would be interested in purchasing. When it comes to greens, I prefer things that seem a little bit less intense, more subdued, and this shade seems to fit the bill, so I would consider purchasing it just as long as it looks like the swatch and not the pan. Next up, we have Jingle Ball Bronze. This is more of a warm tone bronze. Their normal bronze shade, it's a little bit more cool tone, and I love both, okay? The color on here looks really pretty. It has a very fiery pop, kind of like a duochrome. It's like a red to orange shift. It's really pretty. And that's it for eyeshadows. Not too many. I have way more than I need, and so eyeshadows is kind of like the bottom of the totem pole in terms of what I want to purchase, but it is a wish list, so it's there for when I'm ready. So now let's go to face, starting with foundations. Oh, I just saw Studio Sculpt and I almost fainted. I hate you. So the foundation I want to try is the Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. What do you guys think? The stars, they're not that promising. 3 out of 5 stars. But I really like the Pro Longwear Concealer, so if it's anything like that, then I might like it. It's $41, full buildable coverage, satin finish, which I really like, and a 36-hour wear. It sounds promising, but I don't know about these reviews. Now moving on to powders, I think I had one. The Prep and Prime Transparent Finishing Powder. I don't know, it says it's sold out and I don't know if it's being discontinued, but that was the powder that I wanted to try. I think this is a little bit older, but I never got around to buying it. But they also have the blot powder in a loose formula. And the problem for me with the blotting powder press, I used to own this in college, is that I sweat, and so you get heartburn really quickly because you use a puff. But if I use this formula, then maybe I won't have to deal with that issue. That's it for the face. Concealer, I would only want to repurchase the Pro Longwear, which I've tried already, so it doesn't belong in this video. There is one more thing I wanted to purchase and I really want to try it. Just kidding, there's 2. I really want to try the Studio Fix Mattifying 12-Hour Shine Control Primer It says it's a mattifying primer, controls oils and shine, reduces appearance of pores. I used to own the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Primer, I think it was called. That is the strongest mattifying primer I have ever used. But I don't have that anymore in my collection, and I need something that I can trust for events where I'm going to use makeup and want it to stay. So I don't know. This kind of sounds like it. So maybe Fix Plus Stay Over Alcohol Free 16-Hour Setting Spray. This is the one that I want. I love me some Fix Plus. I know it is not a setting spray, it's more of like a finishing spray, but I love it. So I might love this too. And all things like considered with my current list, I would really purchase this one and the mattifying primer, which is weird because prep stuff like skin preparation is not really something that I'm excited about. But on here, that's what I really want to try. So if anything, I would purchase these two items first. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me in this video. I hope you had fun. It's like nostalgic and exciting at the same time, coming back here and seeing so many familiar products, but also new things. Like, where did that come from? If you guys like this makeup look, be sure to check out the description box down below. There I will list all of the products that I have on my face, as well as linking it for you just in case you're interested in purchasing them. Just remember that most of them are magic links, and I do make a small commission every time you decide to make a purchase. You can also check me out on Instagram. It is the first link in the description box down below. That is where I post most of my makeup looks, along with all the products in the caption. Till the next video, I hope you all are doing well, taking great care of yourselves. I will see you all next time. Bye guys.